newly established as a company to represent all of Eorzea, not just a single nation. This is the new face of protection in the realm, and they will be doing their best to assist our very own Warrior of Light. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, Our Realm Reborn. It is year 2, day 55 for EDSS in the Realm Reborn. And last time we completed the second of the patch 2.4 side dungeons, the hard mode of Sastasha. And the person that you're looking at right now that Edie is gazing on was someone that was formally introduced into a company created by Alpha Node a few days ago, known as the Crystal Braves. And these people that we'll be working with, the Warrior of Light will be working alongside this group of people as we continue on here in the storyline for patch 2.4. So, since we are here in Mordona, I think it's high time we go pay a visit to Lady Minfilia, because I know that she wants us to get right to work. And certainly we've had a lot of opportunity to gain some more new skills and abilities as time has gone on. So yes, as you can see, the Rising Stones is now completely filled with members of the Crystal Braves. As you can identify them by their blue jackets. They're similar to the red jackets worn by EDSS as a member of the Maelstrom, but of course, since they're Crystal Braves, they wear blue. And there's our leader himself, Alpha Node himself. So, certainly looking over his newly formed troops with a lot of admiration and respect, I'm quite sure. But of course, we're not here to see him, we're here to see the Antecedent. The leader of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, the one and the only Lady Minfilia. So, let's go ahead and speak with Lady Minfilia to get our first challenge for the main story of patch 2.4 underway. Let's speak with Lady Minfilia to take on the challenge entitled Traitor in the Midst. Minfilia would have you assist Alpha Node in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Yeah, but if it says there's a traitor in the midst, are there people where you can't trust already? Because I'm worried.
Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the Grand Companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. And as for the Ascians, Oriange is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alpha Node did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely.
Oh, of course, and he's still so young.
Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alpha Node has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able.
I believe I can do that, Lady Minfilia. Thank you for the recommendation. Well, I said we're not here to see Alpha Node, but the first main story part of patch 2.4 says otherwise. So, let's go find the leader of the Crystal Braves and give him a talking to. So he's not at his usual position, he is going to be over this direction actually. I guess he's talking with some of his recruits, of whom's names we do not know unfortunately. Alpha Node?
What is it, Edie? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants your attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ul'dah. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, CD.
Alright, well, let's speak with the man who you've chosen to be your second-in-command, Mr. Ul'dah. This big, striking... What do we call this guy, Rogadin? I mean, he doesn't have the look of a Rogadin. I think he's more of the size of Inspector Hildebrand, I would suspect. So, let's talk to him, or even General Raubon as well. So, let's see what this man has to say. And they're flipping each other off still. Yeah, that's their salute.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Well, that depends.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us?
That's right.
These
I am the Warrior of Light
welcome
after all.
tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
And why is that? Yeah, like, why don't you trust the people you're working with?
To tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Well, can't we go somewhere private for this?
Some days
I'm
ago,
all ears.
we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies.
Oh no.
Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning.
And really, should we be surprised that it's the Grand Company out of Ul'dah?
Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
Oh, great.
We pressed the
So where does
traitor
that lead
for a
us?
name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however,
Is that
certain
poison
this
ivy?
Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
I hope you're right about that, Mr. Ul'dah.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste.
Of course.
Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea.
Really?
When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now.
So cut off the head and the body will follow?
General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly.
Well, I am the Warrior of Light.
Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe. He will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Thanks. Yeah, trust in the Warrior of Light, and I won't let you down. So, we know where we gotta go. And it's not that far from the Aetheryte Crystal in Ul'dah. So, off to the Hall of Flames. Now we've certainly spent quite a bit of time here in the post-game, in the patches beyond 2.0. So, since we are going to meet the General, of course, dress attire always recommended for something like this. So, jump through the water and speak with the General. Hey there, Raban, it's been a while.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
Well, if you must know, it's this gentleman.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Oh, these two are friends, apparently.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Or your scars.
But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not?
You certainly have. Both in positions of high esteem.
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last
So
time
you're a
we
childhood
saw each
friend.
other, Al Amigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
No link shell, no letter, nothing like that.
Well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanaland than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those
That's pretty
balls,
impressive.
brother. Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Yeah, certainly a story that is
Spare
a success story that has come
I
a
am
long
no
way.
hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Don't
But
hold
you,
yourself so
Wilbur,
low there,
you sell
Raban.
yourself short. By all accounts, you were an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway,
Yeah, should we get down to business, please?
I have tidings.
So there has been progress.
I think we know what we're talking about, right?
I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
But at low volume, please. And so, they go about their discussion. And before too long,
So it is we who have been compromised.
I'm afraid so.
Telechi Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monitorists have been in league with the Empire from the first?
Oh boy, if that's the case.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime.
Well, let's hope your most trusted men actually are your most
It
trusted.
does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
And so off goes General Raban to meet with one of his officers. So what do we glean from this conversation
Plain
there,
general.
Ilberd?
You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Of course, Ilberd, you're quite welcome. So, with the first challenge of the 2.4 storyline now completed, why don't we go ahead and speak with Captain Ilberd to take on the next challenge entitled Back and Forth. Ilberd is eager to continue his investigation into the Guardian spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Leveilleur. Very well. Back to Mordona we shall go, and back with you guys in a moment. And so, back here at the Rising Stones, so let's speak with Alphinaud to continue the challenge. And let's see what he has to say about the situation. As Ilberd returns. We have returned from Ul'dah, Commander. That's just too funny. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site using the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Ouch. God damn it! According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are wanted to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. We call those brave to our field. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. Why not? I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilberd has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Alian of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Well, let's hope we can make this rescue without too much difficulty. Alright, so with business done here, let us march ourselves right back out. Yeah, I wish we could spend more time here in the Rising Stones with our fellow Scions and the members of the Crystal Braves, but unfortunately that's just not a luxury that's available to us right now. Now, if we want to get the success we're looking for, we have to rescue some of the Crystal Braves, namely one Alian. So, let's find my Chocobo and head west in the direction of Castrum Sentry. Those of you remember back to day, I think it would be day 90, that would have been the day that we paid a visit to Castrum Sentry, where we made the rescue of Minfilia, Papalimo, Urianger, and Taturu. They were being held captive by the Garlean Empire on that day that we rescued them, and we freed them, and in so doing, then proceeded to convince the three leaders of the Eorzean Alliance not to agree to terms of surrender from the Garlean Empire. So day 90 and day 91 that occurred, so very much a lot of things were accomplished on those 2 days, back in year 1. Alright, we should be close to Alian and her fellow members of the Crystal Braves. I don't think we have to take the challenge. I think we just have to speak with Alian.
You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the Castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh. Or else, with her hurts, I feel she will not survive long their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may be yet in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril.
Not real mithril, right?
None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late.
And they all flip me off. Thanks, Alian. I know I can count on you. Anyway, we have a task to take care of, so let us not dirty our hands with a mud puppy. Let us instead make our way back to the Castrum Sentry. Of course, back on day 90, we came here disguised along with Biggs and Wedge as Guardian soldiers. It's the only way we could get in without arousing suspicion. And so I'm just, unlike before, we were just going in incognito, this time we're just going to be breaking down the front door. So, hey guys, remember me? The Warrior of Light? The guy who came around, then disguised himself to fool all of your people, and then proceeded to kick all of your asses? Yeah, I'm back! Yeah, you may want to take me on, but trust me, you don't want to take me on. I'm much stronger now than the last time you saw me. Yeah, so I suggest you just put your weapons away like good little boys and girls and just back off. Now, where is Resh? Yeah, we'll keep getting pursued. But once I find Resh, I will bring this to an end. I believe the person of interest is going to be somewhere hiding back. Yeah, that's right. I turn and face you and you run away. Well done. But I fear that you will not be so accommodating. So therefore it is I who must defeat you. Yeah, you use a lance yourself, but mine is far superior. But yes, here's Resh, so we have the purple circle, so once we breach it, it's time for an attack. And I will not allow you to stop my heart, thank you. Oh, you want to join in the party? Your funeral. Yeah, I could have given you a chance to just run away and allow your lives to remain alive, but no, you have to take me on, and now you're gonna pay for it. I mean, you no longer have Gaius to lead you as the legatus of the Garlean Empire. Plus, you don't also have Raitatin, Nero, or Livia to take orders from. So why are you still manning this place? Why are you still here, allowing me to kick your butt? Anyway, Resh, I'm glad we could save you in time. So let's go ahead and... The power compels you!
Where am I?
Oh, you're with the members of the Crystal Braves now. You're back with your comrades, along with the Warrior of Light.
Resh, thank the gods we found you! And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place, Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you are to create a commotion within the Castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls.
Alright there, Alion. I believe I can do that for you. So, we have to defeat Imperial troops in specific spots now within this red circle. So let's go ahead and find where they might be standing. And somewhere around here is a person we can play cards against? Really? Who would want to play a game of Triple Triad in a place like this? Alright, here's the first required spot where we must fight. And so, let us do just that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, bring it on. All of you bring it. I dare ya. I double dog dare ya. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, Ring of Thorns. I can damage you both at the same time. Well, I do have to admit you're putting up a good fight, but I'm putting up a better one. Did I just beat the crap out of a Lalafell? I think I did. Wow. Well, we also brought in unwanted attention. We're gonna have to summon... Well, we won't do so yet, but once my wounds are healed, we'll go ahead and summon my Chocobo in the hopes that we can get ourselves out of here quicker. Alright, so... let's summon my Chocobo Lanza into battle. Now, the other two circles are going to be actually down this path, so... let's go. We're not going to bother dirtying our hands with you guys. I mean, you can if you want, but just remember, it's me who is going to be kicking your butts so bad. And actually, the current situation would warrant me clearing out you guys first. So, that's what I'll do. Yeah, it looks like someone actually wanted to try their luck against the Warrior of Light. Well, guess who's gonna win and guess who's gonna lose? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alright, that takes care of you guys. Yeah, come on over. I know you're waiting for me. Come on over so I can beat the crap out of you. Trust me, I'll be quick and painless. Well, as painless as can be when thrusting my lance into your body repeatedly. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who triggered you, but now that you're in the way, we gotta deal with you as well. I mean, I don't mind, because it allows my special abilities the opportunity to regenerate before we go ahead and breach the perimeter. Alright, you guys are out. So let's breach the second circle. I won't leave it alive, huh? Remember what happened the last time you threatened me with that option? I left alive. So what do you think's gonna happen this time around? That's right, I'll be leaving alive. It's alive! It's alive! And now for the other Vanguard. Launch into the air and stun him a couple seconds. And before too long, down it goes. So that's 2 of the 3 circles cleared. So now the last one is going to be beyond this gate. Let's open the door. Hey, no one's guarding this area, which means there's nothing to hold me back from going on a full onslaught on whatever it is we're going to be fighting against. Ah, try and sneak up on me, huh? Well, I could smell you coming from a mile away. I mean, evil really smells that bad, believe me. Yeah, evil does smell that bad. And you guys stink worse than blue cheese. Alright, you're down. But, you brought some friends. Yeah. You thought it was gonna be this easy? No. More foes must be fought in order to truly eradicate this threat. And in the air, splat. Spin it around and thrust it into ya. Now it's your turn. Yeah, 2 Lalafell mages. I mean, granted, we hadn't seen many Lalafells as soldiers in the Garlean Empire until now. But we accomplished what we had to, so let's quit this place, as Alian had suggested. Yeah, let's go here. So, on my chocobo, we're taking the fast way out of this. We're taking the fast way out of this, and we are going to bring this to an end right now. See ya, suckers! Yeah, I beat your friends. Again! And could you do anything about it? No! Yeah, you cannot stop me, for I am the Warrior of Light! Alright, Halian.
We have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Leveilleur. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones.
Alright, Halian, and I will see you there, I'm quite certain. So, let's take the... Well, actually, we can't do it just yet. We're just a few seconds short of being able to actually use the turn. And now I could have used it. Alright, well, whatever. Whatever, we did what had to be done. We accomplished the mission. That's what matters. And with darkness now having arrived on another day here at Revenant's Toll, let us return to the Rising Stones. avoiding a suit of Magitech armor being ridden by a fellow gamer. Yeah, you may have noticed that one was golden. Yeah, that one is only available if you're fortunate enough to gain 500 commendations from players after clearing dungeons, trials, and guild tests. Alright, Alpha Node. We brought your friends back safe and sound.
Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy's stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious.
Well, I've been through there before. I was definitely gonna kick some ass in there again.
But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Edie.
Oh, and hey, Ilberd. Good to see you again. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh shows you her life.
We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with.
As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And the women. And yet it may take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy.
I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Edie, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I am afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kerthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence.
Word travels fast, doesn't it?
Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready.
Alright there, Alpha Node. So, that challenge is completed and 2,000 gil is ours. So, since we have to make a trip to Kerthus, we'll go ahead and do that in the next episode. Yeah, an Ishgardian dignitary? Like, this must be a person of very significant importance if they want both the Warrior of Light and Alpha Node to meet with them. So, in the next episode, we'll see what they have to say to us. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will make our journey to Kerthus to speak with this Ishgardian dignitary and see just exactly what they have in mind for the two of us. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.